Hang on. There, we're recording.
Okay.
Minnow
Welcome.
or
Session 01.
We'll say session 1. Session 0 is
Session 1. We didn't have session 0.
Yeah.
We don't need one. So we're almost in like subsection 1.
We had a technical coloring session.
Yes, that is actually accurate.
That's kind of what happened.
Yes,
We decided instead of character creating,
do you want to?
This episode was last week's episode was brought to you by Hero Forge.
Yes, the one that was not brought to you.
Not brought to you by Hero Forge.
If they had paid for it, then it would have been brought to you.
Please sponsor
our insanity.
or just give us free minis because just that would be more beneficial than even.
So, just do you want to like kind of just run down very briefly what we're doing?
So very briefly, what we're doing is an island hopping campaign where, with the roll of the dice, will tell us which island we're going to go to next. But that's basically all it is. You're just on a ship going to different islands. Each island has its own theme, and it's just a bunch of friends on a little charter cruise around the world. And we just need to name the boat.
Okay, somebody look up different.
Now we're as discussed.
I think it should be Saint something. I feel like a lot of ships.
We are
Saint
in
Jemima.
a high fantasy, late medieval, early Victorian,
Somewhere
early
high
technology.
Yeah, high fantasy.
It took me to the different kind of
Flintlock era.
Yeah.
Can we call it like
18th, 19th century? Yeah.
The drunken
Stoat.
wizard or something? Source is
The drunken wizard.
yeah,
A thing you don't want to have.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right,
Like,
we can just do real play. The dragons of the coast, or the sea serpent of the coast.
Serpent's Pass.
Thank you, universe.
Thank you. I would totally call it Serpent's Pass. The serpent, sea serpent.
It's called the sea cucumber.
It's called the sea cucumber. I would totally go
The
on
sea
SS sea
cucumber.
cucumber.
The SS cucumber.
I could go with that. Yeah, I could go with the sea cucumber.
Sea cucumber.
All right, is everyone cool with the sea cucumber?
So does that mean our campaign is now the Voyage of the Sea Cucumber?
The voyage of the sea.
All right, there we go. That is our campaign. You can call it like VOSC if you want to be on the in crowd.
There we go.
Okay.
Vosk.
Yes, Vosk.
Vosk.
Voyage of the cucumber.
So,
All right.
I hope it's a
Is this because we were talking about
properly
VeggieTales?
Probably.
This is VeggieTales' fault, I'm pretty
Just
sure.
so we're clear, sea cucumbers are only slightly more advanced than actual cucumbers, but
They are
I did
technically
see sea
not.
they
cucumbers
have
on
like
my vacation.
a single nerve.
And they
Technically
did
an
move.
animal.
Yeah, very,
So-
very technically.
Technically an animal.
They did move.
Yes.
I didn't witness the moving, but they were there some days and gone others. So
Yeah.
Unless the water took
No,
them
it was an elaborate prank, and someone.
It's just moved.
Somebody
I
moves them
wouldn't put it past the staff to go move the sea cucumbers around just for interest.
Don't like banana trees like move or something? Isn't that like a thing? Don't they like walk very, 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 very slowly?
I don't know.
I think there's like a kind of banana tree
It's just a
that
roving
very
banana
slowly
tree.
moves.
It's
Banana
nothing
grove.
but Googling tonight.
Roving banana grove. This is what happens when you're missing a person. All right, so
That's true.
Yes.
We get easily
we've
distracted.
each booked passage on the SS
On
sea
the
cucumber.
yes. I don't know. Do we want to run down our characters?
Palm tree.
How big
it's a palm
a
tree.
vessel is this?
Found in Latin America.
Probably if we're talking boats, I don't know them very well, but we're
Is it like a triple master kind of? We're Age of Sail, right? Or like that kind of.
yeah.
We're not using like
Is it-
Greek.
It's not magic
Just
powdered.
ship
Powered.
design.
Is there a ship mage?
I never really thought about the ship's, ability to travel. I just know that it will be able to.
It like starts out over here, and then it'll grow new roots.
Oh.
Move towards the light out of the ship.
Okay, so it doesn't actually walk so much as just kind of slowly grow its main trunk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very interesting.
So if we're going off the premise of a sea cucumber,
It's a pretty dumb boat.
let's
It's a
just
real
say
ugly
It goes
boat.
really slowly, just kind of.
I feel like the boat is alive, like it's made of living wood.
Cool.
Because I think that's actually a pretty cool concept. And that's not necessarily how it moves, but let's just say there's a druid on board.
Fair. We gotta keep it alive.
Yeah, basically as the bosun for the ship.
I see.
Is it still shaped like a boat?
Yeah, it's still shaped like a boat. Yeah, it's just made of living wood, so don't carve your initials in it.
It'll get mad.
The,
The point is, if you get in a fight with pirates, it can heal afterwards.
Mm. Very well, very well put.
That was the rules I just made up, but it sounds.
Maybe that's what I was going for.
And theoretically, a druid might be able to also, coax the weather into something a bit more favorable as well. So
I could definitely see a sea druid.
should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is her name
Shit.
Margot?
The
Margot?
druid?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was going to
Just
be
a
a guy.
question.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was some sort of sneaky ulterior motive to set up a pun later down the road or something.
It's not a pun.
Or a
it's
reference.
It's a character. She's
Oh.
not actually a druid. She's a magician.
Okay.
But there's this whole
But then
thing
you lose
about
the alliteration.
living boat thing.
He's Margot the magician.
Oh, yeah.
But if she's a druid, then you gotta call her Dargo the druid.
No, that's stupid.
Dargo.
No.
That's not a good name.
No.
Darlene.
They can Bargo.
Dargo.
It doesn't.
No.
Dargo's a man now.
It's Bargo the bosun.
Bargo the bosun.
Bargo.
Bargo bosun.
Okay.
Okay.
Very well.
Bosun Bargo. Is he on an embargo?
Oh man, that pun's gonna be too much for us. We'll see.
It's only just begun. Tupac.
Okay, so Willie will do entry on the ship, getting on the ship. We'll just start with Ian and go around the table.
Well, so yes, really, first up the gangplank is we're calling this an avian.
Yeah, we're just gonna call it
Avian,
Yeah,
whatever.
avian, yeah.
A bird man, not of the titular superhero. I guess actually somewhat similar, only has a bird head as well. But yes, with some lovely red to pink plumage, carrying a violin case and a slightly modest set of luggage as well, sort of aboard. Names as well, I suppose. Shall we say that there is someone at the top of the gangplank taking the names of the passengers as they go on, and therefore he will announce his arrival as Cass Windgrace. So, yes,
And then once you get to the top, you're shown to your quarters.
very well.
Where you can settle down while everyone else arrives.
All right.
So, a mouse person, average, not mouse size, average.
Average mouse size.
Average bigger, not
A
mouse
3-inch tall woman.
An ROUS-sized mouse.
unusual. Probably a little bigger than that. So she's got a big bag and an umbrella in the other hand. Consuela Jimenez.
Alright. And you are also shown to your quarters.
All right.
And shortly after, there is a fairly dapper-looking fox who starts walking up the gangplank, and he has a nice kind of boxy suitcase backpack thing that jingles a little bit while he walks, and he walks up and introduces himself as Yuki Brown, reporting for the cruise.
Yuki Brown. How do you spell that one?
Yuki.
Okay.
And brown is
Brown.
brown. But I am not a brown fox, I am more reddish.
What?
But we're proud browns, all the same.
After that, explanation of your last name, you are shown to your quarters.
Well, there are Mr. and Mrs. Red in the community too, but we are not the Reds. We
A
are the
small
Browns.
dog barks at your heels. Oh, don't mind him. He's really good. Don't. That's Jip. That's don't hurt. And he might. I think his stomach is going to be a little tipsy on the boat, but he's gonna settle down. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. She'll. I'm Minnie.
Can I pull out a little piece of jerky or something that I had in my backpack and hand it to the little puppy?
Yeah, sure.
It'll eat it, and then go back to barking.
We'll be friends. We'll be friends.
Minnie Clark, and is there somebody to help me get my bags? But I have to go get Jip. She'll come and drag the dog away from you.
And certainly we'll have someone grab them if you leave them there. They'll be in your room.
Oh, wonderful. He likes you. That's so sweet.
Awesome.
We're going to get along, she says, for the dog.
I'm sure we will. I am Yuki.
Oh, I'm Minnie.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we'll go downstairs. The dog continues to bark.
Then Violet.
You see a tabaxi or cat-like person. Wait for the little weepy dog to be calmed down a little bit before she continues to walk on. She's wearing very comfortable looking, but still brightly colored performance style clothes, and says, Spring River.
Alright. You are shown to your quarters.
And I have also a fairly large bag that I kind of drag along with me.
They offer assistance if you need it.
Not as much as the person
I need all the
before me.
assistance. Oh, Minnie is a human. Which I didn't state. She's wearing very pastel colors.
Nice.
Alright, and so probably a couple hours later, after you guys have settled in your rooms a bit, someone comes knocking each of your doors in any specific order, and says that dinner will be served in 30 minutes and on the main part of the ship. So, if you want to do anything between then and dinner, it's up to you guys.
Unpack.
Kind of
Set up. What does the room look like? What do we have to work with?
It's not an extremely spacious area. It's enough room for a bed. There's a fairly large closet, and a small table in the room.
A little table desk.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, here he is.
Oh,
Just in time.
He's like,
all right. Well, just
he might be a
We
little
just
late
pause, and
to
then he can introduce his character, and then we can continue.
I was beginning to be like, yes, we have one guest who is feeling a little ill.
He came in earlier.
Is there...
Yeah.
He suddenly feels okay.
yeah. Cost starts setting out his stuff.
Yeah,
It's like
he must have got stuck at work.
He must have.
he's got like a sort of propped up sort of etching of himself on the
You brought an
bedstand.
etching of yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Very nice.
Just in case there's no beer, so
Sad
we gotta
out
see what
there.
you look like. Yeah.
Good.
Minnie has brought an entire bag dedicated to shoes. None of them seem practical for
They're not for
sailing.
shoes.
No.
They're sitting shoes.
They're sitting shoes. But she has a matching outfit for all of them, and it's all in pastel.
Nice. Yeah. Yuki will, on the little desk table, kind of open up his backpack trunk and just kind of set things out. You know, some of the little jewelry things and some of the parts. Possibly I can make this stuff in the evenings. And kind of set up a little workstation thing.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad.
So just to sort of quickly recap, we have all of us gone through boarding the Sea Cucumber, a ship made of living wood, tended to by the resident druid bosun. We were just kind of doing a little bit of brief character introduction as we kind of walked up the gangplank and yeah.
You know what we look like, but you want us to say names?
Sure. Oh, sorry. I was waiting for you to do it. Okay. Quick again.
You gotta go around in the circle.
So very quickly again. Sorry.
What do we could just introduce ourselves at dinner too.
Oh.
That's
Good point.
to do that.
Good point. So if you want to just, you can still do your description for
There's
the,
a
for
guy
the audience.
taking names at the where you walk on. So.
Okay.
There's also pizza on the oven. It's not hot anymore, but if you're hungry,
But if you're hungry, you can have pizza.
there's lots of food.
I'm good. Yeah, what do you need me to do, Dante?
Basically you're walking up the gangplank and just tell me your race, your character, and your name. Like any descriptors that you have for it.
Race is Loxodon. Character.
If you're not familiar, it's sort of an elephant type of person.
Yes.
So, I think fairly dapper as well, if I recall correctly.
Very correct. There's a waistcoat. There is a very, very fetching pocket square.
Very cool.
Yeah. Hollis Sweetmeats.
Are you dragging a trunk behind you?
Or in front of
Oh
you.
no, clearly that's already been noted on.
Oh yes, of course.
Only enough room for one trunk. So after you get settled, like probably a couple hours go by, and then they come to your door and they say dinner will be served in 30 minutes in the main quarters or main area. So if there's anything you want to do in between, you getting settled and between dinner, feel free to describe it how you will.
I'm gonna change
You're gonna
into an evening dress.
Okay. And he's has a mirror for reviewing himself. Right?
Who's beer?
Do you have a mirror?
No,
He had a
I brought an
Etching,
etching
that's right,
of my
etching,
own
that's
portrait.
right.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have
that's
a
right,
portrait
etching,
of myself
That's right.
in my room.
He's a bird. He brought his own mirror so he could.
Well, I mean, some violinists have mirrors so they can view their own posture and make sure everything is right for them.
Do you have a
But
hat? Is it strategically dipped below one eye?
I
Because you're so
do
vain.
not no. Yeah, I mean, I was very, very flattered that Carly Simon would write that song about me before I was even born.
Yeah.
She could see that far into the future to realize that, yes, I was so vain that I thought that song was written about me.
Clearly need to change into an appropriate dinner jacket.
yes.
Are you in a smoking jacket right now, or is that
Your jacket is different than a dinner
different? Different, yeah. Well, no, they're different. That's what I'm saying. It's a
Well, he was obviously wearing a traveling jacket.
Yes.
traveling jacket.
Traveling
right.
jacket. The smoking jacket is for after dinner.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like a car coat sort of thing.
Are there different sized quarters for the different sized people?
Probably not.
I mean, currently they aren't tailored to you, but after seeing everyone and stuff like that, they may change. It's possible. It is living wood. I mean, it's run by a druid, so.
Kind of sucks to be the mouse then.
Yeah.
You don't need this room.
Well, the thing is, your quarters are right next to the Loxodon, so it's just like in big.
It's like sitting next to it.
You wake up, you're like, I think that wall was not there.
I know. Exactly.
You're telling me that he's man-spreading his entire room?
So much so that the whole room is just...
The longer I'm on the ship, the smaller the room seems.
Okay, so that's what everyone's doing in between their time of getting settled and dinner. You go out to the main area and you see a lovely dinner spread with lanterns all around.
Cheese.
There are like pre-dinner snacks, cheese, crackers, whatever have you, like dried meats.
Or really just ratchet up the animal stereotypes, like a bowl of eyeballs.
There's some fish.
This is great.
Yeah, they try to cater to.
Do they have some like peanuts too? Like.
No, they just have them.
Sleepy interview.
No, but as everyone approaches the table, assuming that you guys don't meet on the way to the table itself, you guys see the various people, and you see crew members shuffling around, trying to make sure everything is all set whenever you guys approach.
How many guests are on the ship? Like, is it?
There are currently 8.
Okay.
So it's not like a big.
It's not a huge ship. No.
Okay.
It's big enough so that the crew has quarters. Obviously, the captain has quarters, and that there's enough for people to, have rooms aboard.
So the tables in the dining room, is it one table that fits all 8 passengers, or are there like small tables?
It's one table.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, looking at the table, it looks like it is just coming right out of the ground. So it's molded with the ship. Yeah, part of the ship, part of the crew.
Is it a rectangle table or a circle table?
I assume circle.
I assumed circle as well, but I thought maybe I should ask.
I was actually going for a rectangle table.
Oh,
Is the bosun there?
The bosun is actually currently not there. We'll get into that.
Fargo bosun.
Yeah, Bargo bosun. Yeah. As you guys are entering the dining area, you see a taller man, regally dressed, wearing a captain's hat, basically facing away from you as you enter.
That's how you tell who's in charge. Whoever has the largest hat.
I mean,
Exactly.
I do have several hat boxes.
you're gonna try them for captain.
Most of them are kind of smaller hats, to be honest.
It's like Norm Macdonald's Burt Reynolds character. Giant foam cowboy hat. It's funny. It's really big. Bigger than normal. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be telling other people's jokes.
Shush, Jip. You have to be nice to the captain.
You get to be in the
So as everyone's beginning to enter, the captain turns around and he has a stoic yet rough features about him. Semi-long black beard with scruffs of gray in it, and the hair is well maintained, but also looks like he's had a rough day today. As whenever everyone's entering, he says, "Welcome, one and all. It's a pleasure to have you upon my ship. My name is Captain Bartholomew Blake. It's a pleasure. Please, Have a seat.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Very nice to be here.
Minnie waves Jip's little paw at him.
He nods at that. And noticing that he saw it, just doesn't he draw attention to it.
He dies just a little bit more inside.
My day just got worse.
This is my superpower. I just traumatize people to death.
There's a new gray hair in his beard.
Gone.
It's like Vash as the season as it goes by, where it just keeps getting more and more white.
Yeah. No.
All right. So we sit down.
Yeah. So, I hope you all have found your quarters comfortable.
Yes.
Quite.
Yes, thank you.
Very nice.
Please, tell me about yourselves. Where are you all from? Feel free to make something up on the spot. That's right. The pressure.
Adam pulls out 6 pages of backstory.
I didn't realize I needed more.
That's right. I'm making you create lore.
I'm not good at this.
Well, I, for one, am very excited to be here. This is really my first time out to the bigger world, and I'm so excited to get to know all of you. And Jip is too. She feeds him a piece of meat, so he stops barking. And well, I'm Minnie Clark. We've already met. I've met Mr. Brown here, and I'm going to be a journalist when I develop my skills and maybe convince somebody that journalism is something that I should be able to do. But I'm going to see the world, and I'm going to write it down, and I have a lovely journal all set. So if you have any interesting stories, come and see me, and I will put them down in my journal, and then we can build on that.
I see.
From my experience, the best stories made are ones that you have with friends and are your experiences.
Well, I hope we're all friends then. We must all be friends.
And I hope you get great stories out of these travels.
Why, thank you. I'm so excited.
Everyone, please, introduce yourselves.
Consuela tries very hard to blend in with the chair and not be noticed, but then realizes it's not working. I'm from Regalia. I like sewing.
And what's your name?
What is your name?
What's your name?
Consuela Jimenez.
It's very nice to meet you. Well, I forgot my name. Let's turn my phone back on.
Yuki. Wow. I even called you Mr. Brown.
I know. I am Yuki Brown, and I just love to travel. This is my first time on a boat, though. I make and sell fine crafted jewelry. My family, I learned it from my father and his father, and we're a family who has created and loves to make amazing artifacts and jewelry and making the world a more beautiful place. So I'm so excited to go somewhere to see new gems and things that I can create, new exciting things.
So
Sounds
beautiful.
fantastic. Yes.
I love jewelry.
Well, I will have to show you so many great things. I'm sure you will love them.
I will love them. I'm sure I will. Do you do things in pink?
Oh yes, definitely. Pink is a wonderful color. Not for everyone, but a wonderful color for many.
I would say so myself. I am Cass Windrace from... Oh crap, I was... Wait, no, I lost it. Hang on. Freyglen. I am a traveling musician, a violinist by trade.
Their butts.
Y'all keep coming up with country names. I wasn't sure if this was a thing.
That's why I didn't say a country name.
I'm used to Ian, who would be like, "Here are the countries you can be."
Here's the map.
You might say I'm a bit of a songbird.
So you sing?
Do you sing?
No, I said I play the violin.
Oh, sorry.
But do you can you sing and play the violin at the same time? I mean,
You could.
Doesn't
I suppose, but
does it
would be
occupy your chin?
Very.
Do you have a chin?
No, I have a beak.
Well, how do you have something?
You're actually the only person at this table with a chin. Wait, no.
She's got a chin.
Not really.
Hidden under the
Technically, most animals do not have chins like we do.
Yeah, but like her humanoid mouse thing has a chin.
Yeah, my humanoid cat has
It's got a lower jaw.
I don't know.
Well, what
Well, I would absolutely love to see
what
you
are the
play.
qualities of a chin?
Oh,
What makes
certainly
a
we
chin
could.
Do you travel far?
This kind of bony thing.
Animals don't have bones.
No. This is specific curvature to the chin
Yes.
itself, opposed to the lower jaw.
Yes.
Do you travel far? I want to be a traveling
I do.
performer.
I do.
Oh, my name is Spring River. It's a family name. We all lived by the river, and I am a traveling trapeze artist. I just never travel farther than the continent. So I'm excited to expand my horizons. I like traveling up and down the river to perform, and I can't wait to see what else is out there.
Well, we're going to be traveling a mighty big river.
Oh,
The ocean.
Yes.
Okay. That's fairly large.
It's a mighty big river.
Even chimpanzees and apes don't have chins.
huh.
The more you know.
I was like, one of those weird, like it's weird because everyone wants to fight you on it, but like, no, it's serious. Like humans are the only things with chins.
That is very odd. I've never thought about that before.
But yeah, when you
Anyway.
think about it, it does make
But if
sense.
you're a humanoid, don't you have like a partial chin? I don't know.
I have a beak. I don't know.
Because like
But like, if you think of cartoons, like the animals are usually humanoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they still have the regular. They just
they usually
move,
build them.
it more like
Right.
move it
face
more.
isn't really going to change much.
Yeah.
Not usually, no.
Usually it's the body that becomes more humanoid, not the face.
So, Polis Sweetmeats.
Polis?
Yes. I'm here as quite recently a cousin has come back from an adventure. Made the whole thing sound rather lovely, at least the traveling bit. Counted a dragon, off the wizards. That part sounded rather rot. So I decided on this instead.
Wonderful.
Are there sea dragons?
Of course.
Oh, plenty.
Are they big?
It would be wonderful to make an amazing necklace out of a sea dragon tooth.
That sounds great.
Well,
That doesn't sound like an account.
it sounds amazing.
Also,
Maybe
I
you could
had
carve
it
little
on
delicate
good
things
account
into it.
that this particular voyage was being served by a 5-star chef. So, yeah, hopefully.
Well, I do
we'll
like
have
the
a
cheese
lovely
anyway.
decor.
I don't know if the chef could be held accountable for the cheese. Doesn't it take a long time? I've heard it takes a long time.
Typically, he would be the one
I've never
who
made
chooses-
cheese myself, but I've eaten it.
I have also eaten cheese. And there is some good cheese and some bad cheese.
Yes.
But I don't know anything about cheese besides you can eat it. Well, I'm excited for this good chef.
All
He picked
right.
some good cheese.
Well, there's plenty of enthusiasm.
Yeah,
at least.
I did hear about the chef though because my parents were very particular about where I was going because they were concerned. But I told them that I can take care of myself. I'm quite competent like that.
And you have your companion as well.
I do. You are very right. Jim takes very good care of me.
The honey's in the same one.
She feeds more meat than I.
Well, I certainly hope that you all will enjoy dinner. I've tried to cater them to each of your races and made sure they were suitable for everyone.
Oh yeah, on the plate.
So, I do hope there are any allergies. I didn't account for those.
No, this is a fantasy land. We don't have allergies.
What are allergies?
They don't exist yet. They haven't been invented.
Don't have allergies, but I really don't like pickles.
Note for the listeners at home, we are not saying that allergies are fake.
But we were saying in fake worlds, they are.
Yeah.
Clearly, anybody who had allergies just died. That's what
writes
happened.
down for next character has a peanut allergy. Oh, we did play vampires though. They have a garlic allergy. Is garlic a thing in
Not in the world of darkness, no.
Yeah, garlic wasn't a thing there.
Yeah, garlic wasn't a thing
It was not.
because it's boring.
It was one of those dumb superstition things.
Those are fun.
Well,
Until you
That's
kill
why
a
the scared
vampire
world.
with like
Garlic butter.
garlic butter.
Running water, you know.
But they did use it though. That was Cthulhu.
You know, running
where
water,
where they covered the stick in garlic butter and beat the
the
vampire
thing is
to death with it.
that it's not clear whether or not that the vampire was damaged because of the garlic butter or because they hit it with magical statuary.
You know,
So
it's best to be safe.
yes, I agree.
Garlic butter.
The point is, the garlic butter didn't hurt
No,
them.
it made it slightly less, like slightly stickier and slippier. But other than that, no, it did not hurt to apply it before beating a vampire senseless with statuary.
Alright.
So in the meantime, the dinner had been served, and from what you can tell, it was at least a 4.5 star meal.
I mean, you take what you can get in a enclosed environment.
It's no single chicken nugget, but what can you
The line was trying its best, but
Alright.
So after dinner is finished, Bartholomew Plague, he excuses himself. I have greater duties to do to set sail tonight.
certainly.
Please,
Of course.
feel free to walk about, explore. We'll be setting sail in about 2 hours.
Well, how exciting.
Very exciting. Well,
So what is it that you guys would like to do right now?
Tour the ship.
yeah.
Is there a game room? Can we play billiards?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Minnie,
Let's just go.
Minnie asks if we can play billiards, and she gets a look from a random sailor. It's like, no. 2 days later, she figures out why.
The fact that it takes her 2 days is kind of impressive.
Does she write an article on it?
Things I've learned while at sea.
Did you know?
She won't write an article on it, but she will include it in her letter back to her parents.
Shuffleboard may be a thing.
Isn't that also based on like...
Yeah, but you you could.
But it's on a flat plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a thing people play on
No,
ships, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
like,
They don't really.
I mean,
roll
on giant cruise ships where they don't
Yeah.
rock at all. But
Yeah,
Fair
I was
enough.
assuming we were on like a giant.
You can just wait for it to be a slightly
So I
north.
thought
Are
we
there
could
any?
play
Are we
billiards, like,
all of
I
the
mean,
passengers?
I would say it's closer to like a medium-sized ship, not a large. So like, there's ample room to walk around and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say it's cruise ship size because cruise ships are absolutely
Well, cruise ships are
massive.
That's
They're-
crazy.
ridiculous.
They're for
Yeah.
hundreds of people to be on at the same
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But this is a fairly large ship for what it is. Like, just a charter for people to go exploring, really.
Okay. Well, I think it's a great idea to wander around and see what there is to see. If there's a sitting room and activities.
Yes,
Will be helpful.
and I would like to go up and watch the shore. Leave us? Us leave the shore? Anyway, that seems exciting.
Yes. So we're in the dining room.
Yeah.
So there was the door we came in, and what else is in this room? It's the table, Are there like windows or more doors out, or we just leave the same way we came to go exploring? Is there another?
Yeah, so you can leave the same way you came out, or you can leave the same way you came in. There are windows in this room. It's part of the upper deck.
Oh, okay.
Also, there were 8 passengers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Were the other 2 passengers not at dinner?
They were not.
Okay, good to know. We did not gloss over it. There were literally just 2 empty chairs.
They were chairs. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, and it wasn't addressed by the captain.
Did any of us like see them yet?
No one saw him yet.
No, perhaps it was some sort of, introverted, keep it to themselves sort of people.
They're still unpacking.
Could be.
They need dinner though.
A lot of unpacking.
Yes, but they might just take some dinner in their rooms or something.
Well, I hope they eat.
I'm sure they will. Or maybe not.
You hope they don't eat.
No, I hope that. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will, or maybe they won't. It's their fault. Whatever.
So you say you did performance. What do you do? Do you juggle?
Trapeze.
Trapeze.
That sounds very fine. That does sound very fine.
Very impressive. What do you do if you fall? Is there
I don't typically fall.
The brr noise that accompanied that is very distressing.
Don't chew on that chip.
I don't fall.
Lies.
That was the lie detector.
Your level 0 character sheet says otherwise.
Oh gosh.
Well, I don't know if it would be better to do trapeze on the ship if you had like masts. You could jump between them more. Or I don't know. I don't know how to trapeze.
It would be very impressive.
It might be hard though, in steering the ship. I've never been on a
motion on
ship
board,
this
yes.
big, so I wouldn't want to do anything too distracting, I guess.
Yes, don't distract them. What if they wreck
Exactly.
or sink or something?
Exactly.
Very unfortunate.
I don't think it's that easy to distract someone piloting a ship like this one.
Don't think it would ever happen. They come highly recommended.
They
Best
do.
boating families.
The best boating families. I did not know that.
My parents were quite sure that they weren't going to wreck.
I just
At least
got
that's
on.
what they told me.
I looked up nothing about this ship before I went one.
For like half a second, that sounded really ominous. Like your parents were on a ship once. I'm like, yeah, it's totally not gonna wreck, and they were quite sure about
They
it.
were quite sure about it.
Once.
Once. They were Disney parents.
Oh
They've been dead since you were 3.
You're the only human. Yeah, you were adopted.
I realized I had magical powers and they instantly died. So,
Literally.
All that they left you was Chip.
oh, poor Chip. Chip's like
That's
a
fine.
Jack Russell Terrier, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You'll like wake up in
It's
a few
like-
episodes
Talking
and
to all the animals.
Yeah.
I mean, sure,
Although-
your dogs.
We already talked about it.
if this is all your fever dream, you wake up in a zoo, I assume. I don't like,
I mean,
it's not quite Dorothy, is it?
We already figured out this is a Disney movie. That's why she's talking to the animals now.
This is just
They're
a
all-
Don Bluth movie.
Oh no!
The name of this
Things are about to get real dark real fast.
like Minnie and Friends.
Yeah.
That's our little subtitle for the
The Don Bluth movie.
No, I was
Adventures of
That's
the
you,
Sea Don Bluth, Sea Cucumber.
Minnie and the Voyage of the Sea Cucumber.
There you go.
So we begin exploring down the hallway out of.
Other rooms that the passengers are allowed access to.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much allowed free reign. So the rooms are for passengers are labeled. You actually put your names on them in little plaques. They're little wooden plaques.
Cute.
Your names are essentially engraved. It's not actually engraved. It's more like what's the word whenever it like comes out? It's like in little vines in your name. Is how it's written. So like little vines are across your door that your names are written in.
Yeah, I can picture.
Oh, is it embossed?
Is it embossed?
Like
where it's sticking out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's embossed.
Yeah, so your names are embossed on the doors and little vines now.
Being on a living ship is very cool.
It is very.
Yeah.
As we approach our doors, I excuse myself for a minute and come back out several minutes later in a completely different jacket.
Oh, I should have dressed for dinner. You dressed for
That was a dinner jacket. This is a ship jacket.
I was so rude.
dinner.
I will
Smoking
remember.
jacket.
I was so excited about going on the trip. I didn't even dress for dinner.
Do you have
Don't-
smoking supplies?
Well, I guess you couldn't tell my parents since they're not here, but I won't include it in the letter.
That I have a pipe, but it's like two different ones that each sort of curve over the tusks.
I love it. You thought about this one, okay?
Like, so I have a pipe, but there's like actually like two different types, and they curve over the tusks.
That is very fancy.
Yes.
Is it like those drinking hats?
A little bit, but like more, like
Like the classy version.
yes, like carved wood, nice mahogany tint to them.
So it's not ivory. Good.
That would be rather.
The ivory's already there. I don't.
Well, I mean, he could have like drilled through his costume and like made.
That doesn't connect to any breathing apparatus.
I built this out of my grandfather's tusk.
These were my grandfather's.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Sweeping family secretly hardcore. It is very nice, though. I would like to take a sketch of it later so I can include it in my letter to my parents. My father would love that. He loves all sorts of smoking pipes and things.
So, but yeah, now it's velvet smoking jacket and a new pocket square.
Fair enough.
New pocket. Here's my collection of pocket squares.
This is the suitcase, just everyone lovingly displayed.
Told you that I based this off of Bilbo Baggins. Yeah, nobody remembers that part, but that man brought like a pocket square per day.
He was dedicated to the handkerchief, and then he was so mad when he ran out of handkerchiefs. He was like, this would all be fine if I had a handkerchief, but I don't. It was the main misery in the Mirkwood. I remember that. Oh yeah. So we each have our names on the doors. What are the names on the doors of the people that didn't come out?
1 second, I wrote those down.
Based on the snooping.
Based on the snoopings.
We're just walking by. It's not fun.
I'm snooping.
He's a journalist.
I'm a journalist.
So Snoop.
I when I come out from my room, I do have a little leather notebook and my pen, and I look very excited to use them.
How far into the book are you flipping to find fresh pages to write?
Oh, like 2 pages.
Okay.
It's brand new.
That's what I thought.
Wait,
Brand
what
new.
sort of writing implement do you have?
It's a quill. I don't know. Is there like a?
I was going to remark if it was like an actual like self-contained pen.
I don't know.
Are we at self-contained pen?
Can I have a self-contained pen?
I will give you a magical quill that doesn't need ink.
Ooh, I have one of those.
That's still very nice. Yes.
How did journalists do it then?
Seems quite handy.
They did, like with a quilt. Like I guess they couldn't be traveling journalists.
I guess you didn't normally write while you were out.
Yeah.
You take notes.
The closest would have been traveling scholar monks, and they usually had like it basically was a clipboard with an ink.
Oh, with an inkwell in it.
Okay. There we go.
So,
That's more of a thing, like traveling, like scribe sort of thing. Like it's more your job. Like you're the one that can read and write, and so you go to the town and make everybody's wills for them, and read all their junk for them, and they pay you for it. I know how to read.
yeah, during the era before that was a thing. Like, it was more just the local lord sent out a town crier and was like, here's the news that people need to know.
This man's dead now.
If you've been missing him, he's dead. That's why.
So the names on the door, the first door says Thurl Ravenscroft, and the second one is St. Bernard.
Saint what?
Saint
Bernard. Is he a dog person? Will he chase the cat person? We've got the entire food chain going on here. It could get ugly.
Probably fine. Just booze hound.
I mean, you guys just looking at the doors? I mean, maybe just passing by?
I knock.
On which one? Thurl or Saint?
On the first one.
Thurl? So you knock on the door, you hear a little bit of shuffling about, and the door opens kind of swiftly, and behind the door is another...
Holding a brandy.
Yes.
I could tell that was brandy.
It's been a while since we've done this, but dang it, this is the closest to Cthulhu we've been in years. It's time to start swirling the brandy as you randomly knock on people's doors.
I know.
Why are you French suddenly?
We've all been very dedicated to being British here for...
So the door swiftly opens, and peering at you guys is a high elf with dark hair, and he has dark bags under his eyes. He's like, "What? What do you want?"
Good sir, looks like you need a vacation.
He's on one.
Perfect! Perfect.
We missed you at dinner today.
I wasn't hungry.
Oh.
Well, excuse me. I need some rest.
Lo siento. Sleep well.
Have a good evening.
And he just, like, closes his door.
Oh no, we've angered him.
I guess I shouldn't have knocked. I
I didn't
apologize.
realize elves needed to sleep.
I'm glad you knocked because I was going to.
Okay. He missed dinner. That's important.
Dinner. We could send something down from the kitchen. We probably shouldn't now that we've bothered him.
Yeah, probably not now.
No,
I'm
probably
sure
not.
he could ask for something if he wanted.
Yeah.
He could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you don't think of doing that when you're not feeling well.
I'm sure he's okay.
If he's not at breakfast, we will check on him again.
If I'm not feeling well, will somebody order something down from the kitchen for me?
We promise.
Good. And something for Jip, because he'll get hungry. And when he gets hungry, he might gnaw on the ship, and I'm very concerned about the ship maybe gnawing back. Can the ship bite?
I don't know.
I'll ask one of the nice gentlemen on the once they're done taking off. Or
I'd say I never heard of a tree biting something before, but you never know. There's always a first time.
Well, actually, I
let's
have.
be good, Jip.
You have to be very, very careful if you're trying to work with living wood. You know.
I would suppose, yes.
Because you can anger it. I don't know about biting necessarily, but you can anger it, and it could cause a problem. You know, because the wood of the ship is not going to have problems if it just kind of opens a hole and decides that it doesn't want us to be here anymore.
Minnie hugs the dog.
But as you had said, this is the very best ship
Like Highlands.
I'm sure it's very
sailing
tolerant.
community, and I'm sure the ship will understand.
It's flexible
if
and
your little puppy
and nice.
gets a little chewy. It happens. But I don't believe the ship will try to eat your dog, if that's what you're worried about.
And if you're that concerned, why not simply ask for kitchens for lamb bone or something for it to chew on?
That's a wonderful idea. I will have to do that. I'm going to go do that right now. Then he runs off.
So, as you guys are having this conversation and Minnie turns around, she turns around and You don't have dice on you.
I have dice in my bag.
Can you roll d20 for me?
I can roll dice.
We have dice. We can roll it.
We're prepared for a roll today.
That's what we do.
I didn't realize it was ROLL.
At least you. While we were doing this, okay, what am I rolling? A what?
The d20.
D20.
Those upon the first sniff
Oh, of course.
Every time I have. Okay, here's one.
Cast shades.
12.
Yeah, so
This is clearly held in the trunk.
Yeah.
So you turn around and standing almost directly behind you, you almost run into him, is a very large orc man. Careful there. Are you in a hurry?
I am. I'm going to go see if the kitchens have bones for Jip here. She waves his little paw.
Well, hopefully.
He grows gray hair.
Well, hopefully they have something for your little dog.
Are you Mr. Bernard?
Indeed I am.
Well, we were very concerned about you. We were going to order something down from the kitchen, but the other passenger was very angry about being disturbed, so then we thought maybe we wouldn't. Do you want me to get you something from the kitchen since I'm going up there to get a bone?
No, I'm all right. I was just finishing up some work in town.
Are you a holy man yourself, or is it just the name?
Holy man by trade.
I see.
But if you don't mind,
Go, please, go right ahead.
And he says, that says on the door, Saint Bernard. Then he closes it.
Very nice to meet you.
Well, he's much nicer than the orcs in the stories.
You've never met an orc before?
Oh, no.
Oh. Okay. Most of them are fairly reasonable, nice.
Well, isn't that lovely?
I played an orc village once.
My cousin.
Bit of a misunderstanding, but
on his
Lord,
adventure,
that's
but they
fine.
nearly ate him several times.
Oh no.
So was there anything you guys were specifically looking for afterwards? I know Minnie ran off to the kitchens.
If it's on the way, we might all go.
That's fair. I thought we were making our way towards whatever railing is actually facing the dock to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I assume we're below deck, so we would have to get up
Yeah.
first.
And on the way, that way, if there's a sitting room or, lounge kind of place, kind of check out
was there like
those kind of places.
is there like
on
an
the way.
open deck, the front or the back of the ship where you can sit there and
Yeah, there'll be one in the back of the ship, above and below deck. So it'll be like almost kind of like a glass around the edges.
fancy.
And then on top it'll be open. So it'll be up to you guys where you guys want to go for that viewing area.
Head to the top.
The upper one.
And then under the dining area there's a sitting room that you can access via stairs.
Nice.
Top one.
Yes. Let's head to the upper deck.
Mm-hmm. So everyone except for Minnie, because Vanny ran off to the kitchen, make their way to the top deck, and you have a great view of the docks currently.
Are there like chairs and tables?
Yeah. There are chairs, a couple tables. This area isn't covered, so there are like basically shades available around. You can either ask a crewmate or do it yourself. But there are chairs plenty to sit in. You can move them. They're not nailed down or anything.
Is it starting to get dark?
Yeah, it's starting to get dark. Yeah,
Nice.
It's still like
Watching the sunset go down.
yeah, it's still evening, but not late evening. We will move on to Minnie running off to the kitchen. So do you just barge into the kitchen area, or do you just like you just barge in?
So I just walk in there.
Okay. So you barge into the kitchen and you see a bunch of let's see. You see a bunch of various creatures in there, all looking very busy and running around. And at the head, you see a sheep man, basically yelling at everyone.
How angry does he sound?
He is buying very loudly.
Oh my.
Is he very gruff?
I will look around and see if I see any obvious, like...
That's Billy. I know, but it was good.
It was close enough.
It was close enough to sheep.
dish doers or something like that? Like somebody who... One, if I see any bones, or if I see, like, a bus boy.
So the bus boy is also doing the dishes, is actually an octopus person.
Oh, very efficient.
I will try and, like, inch over.
He looks like a perfectly normal
Excuse
human.
me, sir. Sorry, hi. I'm Minnie. I just got on board, and I was wondering if you had any leftover bones for Jip here, so he doesn't chew on the ship.
Check the trash. I'm very busy.
Oh.
As he's doing
sure
all
he
the
doesn't
dishes.
No, that's what my dad sounds like.
No, I'm Octoson, not Octopups.
Octopus, his dad is an octopus. She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
He's part octopus.
That's what he sent her on.
Very same cruise.
He sent her away to go to go to sea. So
Learn about her heritage.
yeah, learn about her heritage. She bravely goes over to the garbage can and peers in, and then struggles with Jip for a while as he tries to jump into the garbage can.
So after a moment of peering into the trash, you do see a bone, but almost immediately as you pick it up, you feel like hot breath on the back of your head. Like,
Who is it?
it is the sheep man,
Oh no.
and he looks miffed.
Dinner was lovely. It was so good that I thought I didn't want any of it to go to waste, and Jip here might enjoy that bone right there.
I just got it. I just got who he is. Continue. Sorry. Continue.
I hope you don't mind. It doesn't look like you were using it.
He kind of looks down at the bone, looks back at you, and without saying a word, just points towards the door.
Okay. I might just I make a grab for the bone.
He's doing it.
Just doing it. Just doing it.
Roll reflex for me.
Is it a D20?
Yeah.
Oh. No. I rolled a 6.
So
it's a 5.
So yeah, you grab the bone, and he you know he could have stopped you, but he didn't.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. I will
Get out of my kitchen!
I run.
I believe we were going for Gordon Ramsay.
Ramsay.
And basically, as soon as you leave, someone chases after you, and they say, "Mr. Ramsley doesn't like you from his kitchen."
Ramsley.
Thank you for telling me that. I will keep that in mind.
If you have any requests, please talk to one of the crewmates, and we'll take care of that for you.
Well, that's very nice. That's very nice of you. I will do that. I will not go in there anymore. Won't we, Jip? We will not go in there.
Then he scurries back to the kitchen.
I got food on my sleeve. I'm gonna leave that out of the letter to my parents too.
Looking out the window, you see that the sun is starting to set.
I guess I will have to run upstairs, even if my sleeve is dirty. I'll give the bone to Jip.
Jip nods happily.
Yay!
So Minnie comes back.
Which direction is the sun's? Obviously, it's probably setting to the west, I assume, but that's not what my point. Is it setting over the water, or is it setting over the land?
It's setting over the land.
Over the land. Mm-hmm. So we can see the shore retreat as we take in the sunset as well.
Beautiful.
You guys take in the sunset as the ship starts to go. Almost jolting whenever it first starts. It picks up speed fairly fast. The land starts to shrink, and the sun sets almost perfectly over the land that you guys call home.
What a great start to a trip. This is going to be wonderful.
Yes, I don't know what my cousin was complaining about.
Cousin? What complaints did he register, or she?
Oh, long nights walking so long. I told him he was a fool for going on foot anyways. Ran off without even a decent collection of pocket squares.
Yes. Foot is no way to travel.
I've also learned that you should not go in the kitchen. They don't like that here. We can talk to one of the staff, and they can go into the kitchen for us.
That does seem reasonable.
I guess so.
In hindsight, that does make sense. Don't know why I didn't think of that. At home, you could always just go into the kitchen and ask the cook for anything.
That's because, at home,
you own the kitchen.
That is a good point.
Wouldn't your cook be your mother or servant? Servant?
Deeply offended.
All of us gasped.
Have I offended you? I'm sorry. Does your mother not cook?
I suppose we found who the low-class member of the team is.
I've got a bag full of diamonds, though.
The nouveau riche.
They're for selling. Would you like to buy one?
There's the moment of the night.
But you ran off so quickly. I didn't get to tell you. I have strips of leather. If Jip really needed to chew on something, he could have chewed on leather.
That's very sweet.
But I guess you know how to get bones in the kitchen now. So.
Wait, I know how to do it incorrectly, but I will try and learn.
Do we notice the food dripping off of the first sleeve?
If you want to look for it, you can roll a perception for me.
Roll judgmental.
Roll judgment.
Upper class, so yes.
Nope. I don't care. I rolled a 2.
There's a lovely sunset over there, so
I think somebody might be a bit eagle-eyed.
I'm pulling it off.
Yeah, thanks.
Where is
And I
my...
don't believe wisdom was one I actually cared about.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 1. Just off.
I rolled a 19.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, you see it.
So yeah,
Whether
I'm
you
trying
want-
to find my sheet, but yes.
Yes. Whether you want to mention it or not, it's up to you. But
Are you kidding?
it's too rich to mention.
yes.
Oh gosh. Mentioning something being terrible. I'll just sit and silently judge
I
you.
rolled 11.
You want to know?
I don't like
I mean, I was already judging you for saying that you were rooting through trash.
I didn't say I was rooting through trash. I said I
maybe I
went into the kitchen.
And got a bone.
I didn't got a
The
bone.
wrong way.
The wrong
AKA personally.
That's a 3. I actually have a +1 for perception.
I also rolled a 3, but
I've
no
got
one
+0.
plus.
Hey, -1. Nice.
So yeah, the people that saw it were Yuki and I have it written down, but I haven't got your names yet. Sorry. I'm ashamed.
You know Jim's name though.
Well, I said it like 17 times.
What's your name again?
Koss Windgrace.
Koss. Windgrace.
Koss!
I was actually more going like Cass.
Oh, okay. It was a game we were running, and for some reason the Constitution score was very important to the time, and I backed way off the mic and did the con screen, and no one in the call knew what the heck I was doing. And I was like, oh, come on, really? Like, it's one of the most like, I had to, like, here's a video link to the thing that everyone knows. Like, what do you...
Were they all kind of younger?
I had more foreign, but
Oh,
still. I mean, English and South African, they should
That's
still
like
have
when
known
like
it.
common things start falling off the wagon when people get younger, I guess. Because like I don't know what that's from, but
I
I've
think
heard.
it's the Star Trek movies
Oh,
from,
okay.
from the 80s, like, you know, Wrath of Khan, one of them. The absolute best Star Trek movie ever made.
Okay.
Really good.
I mean, there are a lot of bad ones. So
There are.
It's not hard to be the best. I'm not saying it's the greatest piece of cinema ever made. I was just saying it's actually really
I
good.
enjoy Star Trek, but there are a lot of bad ones.
Yeah, Wrath of
So-
Khan has like an actual story, like a real story. It's very good, but
That's not
You had to watch one random episode of the TV series to connect with, but
you
Well, it
don't need
was
to
a
know
two-parter.
that. Like
This is
it fleshes out the backstory to the movie, but you do not need. I did not see those 2 episodes somehow, or I don't remember them from the OST, but original series, whatever, not soundtrack. But yeah, just the movie itself, it lays in enough of its own backstory. You do not need to know. Also, it gets the continuity wrong because he recognizes Chekhov when Chekhov wasn't on the show yet in the episode he was in. So ignore the episodes because the movie is right.
So this game.
So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
Where revenge is a dish
not
best
noticed.
served cold.
but not out of the trash.
No, never out of the trash. We just kept it revenge in the freezer so we can serve it properly.
Do we have a freezer?
I think this book
Is it a magic freezer? Is
not a
there a
big
magic
magic.
freezer on this ship?
Magical ice box.
Magical ice box. With lots of very clearly labeled things because it's Gordon Ramsay.
Oh yeah, you were in the.
Oh yeah, you were in the
That's why I suddenly started laughing in the middle of the exchange because I realized who he was.
I would like to thank Adam for that because that was
Landsy.
great. Yeah.
Oh no.
Um,
I'm gonna get called an idiot sandwich any minute here. As long as I don't pretend to be a cook, it should be fine.
Okay, so what we're going to do for traveling is we are going to go in order of just alphabetical order of name. So we're just gonna have Adam go first because we're gonna do like an alphabetical order of name of player, not character.
Of player.
Yeah, of player, not character. So I want you to roll a D100 and tell me which direction. Actually, we're going to start with going east. So we'll start with going east.
Wait, we're all rolling d100s?
No, just that one.
Oh, like next time.
Yeah.
So I saw everyone like getting dice out. I was like,
Yeah,
wait.
Everybody else was.
Yeah.
31.
Okay.
You're heading in 31 direction.
Direction 31.
Island of hats.
Oh no. We're gonna have a 40-page hat packing scene.
No, we'll edit that out.
Thankfully. But the historians will insist that it was the most important part of the book.
Yes. Yes.
This is way. This is going to be fun just because it's not the time for this island, but we're doing it anyway.
Oh no.
Wonderful.
We are not prepared.
TPK.
No.
Imogen's right there.
You'll understand.
Not prepared.
So, on the first day of travel,
True love gave to.
If that's what you're playing on your violin, we're throwing you off.
Absolutely not. No, if that's what I was playing, no, I would assent to it. I consent to it. It would absolutely throw off the. And fly away, but you know.
Can you fly?
I would assume so.
Why couldn't he?
Maybe he's like-
I know there's a lot of things that.
How much of a
can-
Or a penguin.
is
Tengu and Kenku.
I've got. I mean, as far as the aesthetics we laid down in here affords, I've got wings out the back.
Yeah.
Quite large ones.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, because
So not the feathery arms.
No, they're wings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like
They're quite big.
they're huge.
You're in the right place and the right kind.
yeah, he's closer to Aarakocra, but with the sex like beak and stuff like that of Kenku. So maybe a half breed.
Maybe something
What are you saying about his mother?
If I remember correctly, Tengu can't even actually talk. They can only mimic. Otherwise,
In any case, so for the first day, it is fairly easy travel. Waters are nice and smooth. Is there anything that you guys want to do while you're traveling the first couple days?
I saw a fine scene.
Yeah, play for people.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm mostly just gonna sit in the lounge and sew
Okay.
embroidery.
Are there like baths in our little?
Yeah.
Or is there like a
yeah.
public bath?
I think you'll all have your own little
Oh.
bath area as well. Yeah.
Fancy.
Nice.
Take a bath.
Well, in the evenings, I would like to make some necklaces and things like that, and work on enchanting them and putting them all together and creating stuff from what I have. But yes, throughout the day, just hanging out in the sitting room or on the deck,
Okay.
socializing.
Minnie will spend some time writing down her adventures in her journal, and then writing a slightly edited version in a letter to her parents, and trying to prevent Jip from gnawing the ship. And also maybe going and sketching Mr. Sweetmeat's pipe to include in the letter to her parents.
Okay.
might occasionally be blowing smoke rings through my trunk, of course.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
Very impressive.
Is Jip a puppy?
No, it's just a very small dog.
You know, if he's chewing on things that much. Just
No, he's just an ill-trained small dog.
I want to know where to land on.
No, it's like it's a Jack Russell Terrier, like white with brown spots. It's got,
Eddie?
but it's like Eddie. Yeah,
wishbone.
wishbone. It's one of those. Like it could have
Okay.
been
Small
trained.
Clearly-
It's an intelligent
They
dog.
had, and we had a completely different thought.
Wishbone?
I don't know who Eddie is.
Yeah,
From-
Eddie's from Frasier.
From Frasier.
Which is funny because Dante's too
Frasier.
young
Okay.
for Wishbone. He's also too young for Frasier.
Yeah, let's
but-
say like that. Where are you
Except
going?
Look,
he's
Frasier
dating
ended
Amelia,
in like
which means he has to watch a lot of
2004,
Frasier.
Frasier ended in like 2004.
Frasier
so
is-
like
Wishbone.
Actually, Wishbone's older than
I like
that.
Frasier.
Yeah,
Probably,
Wishbone
yeah.
is the reason that most of our generation know
Also,
happy
the dog
endings
in the
to
mask
various
is also
tragedies.
oh yeah.
Tale of Two Cities.
I don't remember.
That one's
anything
a
about
happy ending, isn't it?
Which one was
I don't know.
it? Which one? There was one that legit. I went and
In
saw.
some of the
Like, I
masks,
saw
Odie.
the opera and was
Some of
like,
the masks,
oh,
Odie.
I have
this
no
is
idea why.
this is horrifying.
Oh yeah,
Is it
they
Otis
did a lot of
then?
Shakespeare
It
too,
might-
and they were not as happy.
Or no, it's
No,
Otis.
it was
No,
like an
it is
Italian
Otis.
opera.
Odie's the dog and he's a Jack Russell Terrier from Garfield.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was the Garfield of it. I didn't think it was a Jack Russell Terrier. It was like yellow.
It's the
like,
one people refer to when they talk about making a deal with
He's not a Jack, because
Is
Jack
he not?
Russell's up
Oh.
20 years and...
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a-
never mind, yeah.
I don't know what kind of dog it is. Just a cartoon.
From the live
Faust.
action?
Yeah, is that what they even
Oh,
play?
I don't
Yeah,
remember the
the
live
opera.
action.
That was the
Don't worry.
opera.
So,
I
which
thought- I was
Wishbone
thinking,
did
like,
and gives a happy
comic
ending to. It is
strip.
not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ending
yeah.
Like
that is in
literally
the
yellow
opera.
dog booking thing.
You can't have a happy ending to like literally the origin of the Faustian. Like no, you can no.
Yeah, no. The girl commits suicide in a church.
No, it isn't. I don't know what kind
It's
of
not
movie it
kid
is.
friendly.
It ends with his soul being dragged to hell.
do they give a happy ending to Hamlet?
I don't remember Wishbone doing Hamlet.
I wish they would, so they can give it a happy ending.
That
No, I think
sounds
they
right.
would-
But I also
they
don't
definitely
remember
did
anything
Romeo
about
and
Wishbone.
Juliet.
Yeah, they did Romeo and Juliet.
Where they don't commit
Okay,
suicide in the
yeah.
end.
They were
Still do
sleeping.
die.
No, I think they still die. I think they just like it finishes with them in heaven or something like that. Like they finished
No.
in heaven a lot.
How old was the Baskerville? Yeah.
That's
I do remember that one.
Oh, Joan of Arc.
That ended real well.
What did they do with Joan of Arc?
I don't remember how that ended.
Not burn her at the stake, I
I'm
assume.
sure they did not do that.
Just fast forward a bit until they
Yeah,
canonize her.
Faust.
I would say that is like one of the things I do like. It's a very bleak sort of enjoyment, but I do sort of kind of enjoy that where they burn this woman at the stake for being a witch, and then later go, "Oh, sorry, you're a saint now."
Yeah.
We might have got that one wrong.
Well, not because it was the British who burned her at the stake, wasn't it?
Probably.
And
Yeah,
it
the
was
French
Ca-
loved her.
still,
And it was the Catholics who acknowledged
Yeah.
it. as a saint.
fair enough, but still,
Nice.
the claim of witch still was in there. Somebody was wrong, and it was the sinner.
Alright, so within the first couple of days, you guys are, familiarizing yourself with the ship, walking around. You do see Saint Bernard and Thurl at the table on occasion. They're not there all the time. Thurl isn't there all the time. Generally, Saint will be there. But
He goes by Saint.
his name is Saint.
His apparently first name Saint.
His first name is Saint.
Right?
And what do you know? It worked out.
Yeah. Lucky I. Yeah.
It's like a thief named Rob.
He goes by Bert.
He goes by Bert.
It was the Robert Burt. No, so yeah, his first name is Saint.
The
Okay.
captain is the druid, right?
No,
Wait, who's the
how we
druid?
met the druid.
the druid you guys haven't actually met.
Oh,
You've only been told about him.
can we go with him?
Who's the boatswain?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot his name already. Actually, it's
Mango.
Fargo.
Margo.
Bargo. Yeah, Bargo.
Mango.
Yeah, Bargo.
Mango?
It was Margo. I was close. Come on.
His name
I
is
was drawing the. I was drawing the R and it went a little bit too far and turned into an N. That was the problem.
his name is Bargo. He's the bosun of the ship.
Margo has a T at the end of it.
And so it's Margot. No, I know.
But no, I don't think anyone's made the attempt to see him at all. If you guys want to, you can.
legitimately was going to ask if he could grow me like a nice walking stick for whenever we actually get to an island. Seems to work on the doors, look lovely, so.
Yeah, if you wanted to go see him, he's in the bowels of the ship, really. He tends to hide out down there.
In the bowels. Stinky down there.
Hello? Anyone down here?
Going down into the base of the ship, is anyone else going with him? I don't know if anyone else
Sure, why not?
Yeah, sure.
Invited.
Yeah, if you invite
to
him.
invite myself along, but
But going down to the bowels of the ship, there isn't any lantern light down there. Instead, it's all bioluminescent, like algae or like plants and stuff like that, lighting the ship.
It's a bit eerie.
it's beautiful.
It is eerie sort of way.
And as you step down, it looks like there's carpet, but it's actually a very lush moss. That,
Oh, that would feel so comfy.
right? But you go down and you're basically seeing the inner workings of the living wood at work, because it does let in filtered water from the outside, and it comes down like a pool from one of the sides, basically to hydrate the ship, make sure it's in good working condition. And down there you just hear mutterings of, why are you doing that? What are you doing? Stop that! And as you approach this voice, you see a small rock gnome basically waving a staff about, like hitting parts of the ship.
This place is beautiful. That strange little man.
Sad stranger.
He's a sad, strange little man. Maybe he's an angry elf.
Oh, Peter Dinklage. You see this rock gnome just hitting things with a staff, just like yelling at it pretty much.
So, Bosun.
What? Who is that?
Hello?
He's kind of like looking around and like he's just like smacking the ground a little bit.
So,
Who are you?
My name is Paulus Sweetmeats.
What are you doing down here?
Well, I had seen your lovely artwork on our rooms and our doors, and wanted to inquire if you wouldn't mind growing a walking stick.
Depends.
On what, sir?
If you're nice or not.
I have endeavoured to have the utmost politeness in all of my encounters.
Only time will tell. The ship will give you a stick if you deserve one.
Will they give you a snack if you deserve one too?
So now the entire campaign becomes a giant question as to whether or not Paulus is worthy or not.
Will you get
It's not the sword in
magical
the
hammer?
stone, it's the stick in the ship.
Stick in the ship.
Which actually is kind of funny, considering that if you consider the original Thor comic series from Marvel, the good doctor he disguises Mjolnir as a walking stick. He has a bum leg in his civilian form, so he uses it actually as a cane, a proper cane. Just walking around with Mjolnir.
The "Are you worthy?" cane.
Yes.
Well, how does one be kind and show proper deference to a ship?
Protect it. Feed it.
I am unaware of what a ship prefers to eat.
Well, I feed it. I'm next to the ship.
Mentally replaying him beating the crap out of the water.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Might you be able to give me an introduction?
Yes. Her name is Moss.
Hello, Lady Moss.
There's a response.
Crazy man, operator ship. I'm doing what he's telling me to.
She's my lovely sea cucumber.
Hollis is too polite to even acknowledge any of this. Adam is having a hard time not making comments.
It's our little man.
As I said, it's our little man. Strange.
Adam is like, okay. Well, do appreciate it. Is there anything, if when we dock, that I could retrieve that would provide a proper introduction?
To be fair, roll me a perception real quick.
This is not going to go well. 4.
Now, if you ask him to remember something,
Yeah, so he
Steal.
he wanders over and to where some empty vials are, and he picks a few of them up and hands them to you, and
nice. It's a plush dice bag.
that's cool. And he like offers them out to you. He's like, "I need these filled."
With what particularly? I take them out. I'm wrapping them in a pocket square.
Yeah, of course.
I need fresh moss, and I also need some fresh water.
Okay.
Ah. I was rather confused about the salt water.
The ship does its best to filter out as much as it can, but it's not perfect.
Very interesting. Though it did provide quite a lovely bath, though.
It tries its best. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, thank you. Thank you for the means of introduction. I will see what I can do whenever we reach an island.
Well, off.
I'm the first one up the stairs.
Lovely to meet you, sir.
Thank you.
There were more?
We were like hiding behind him.
And then as you guys make your way back to the regular part of the ship, lanterns are lighting the way instead of bioluminescent plants. And the ship seems normal again. Not as cushy though.
Well, that was an experience.
Indeed.
Write that down in your journal.
I wasn't there.
Whoa! Sad trombone.
So let's see. Another day or two goes by, and as you're all, in the middle of the night, as you're all assuming you guys rest at night, as you're all sleeping, you're woken by a loud, it seems mystical alarm.
How dreadful.
The middle.
Put on a dressing gown.
Alright. Do we have windows in our cabin?
They go out to the sides of the ship, yeah, like whichever side you're on now.
Can I step out and look?
Looking out, it's hard to see, so give me a perception.
Is it louder? By the window?
Are you looking for the noise, or looking out like looking out towards the sea?
Looking out towards the sea and listening. So 17.
So yeah, you see the faint silhouettes of rowboats.
Rowboats? Going away or toward?
Coming towards.
Coming towards. Oh, well, can I rummage around and grab a few things from my workings? Can I grab something and then run out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna grab something.
So as you run out, Cass's door is open, wrapped in a dressing gown, a stocking cap.
Oh, I think we need to wake everybody. There are rowboats coming toward our ship.
Rowboats?
On my side, they're coming towards us. I don't know what it is, but I assume that's what the noise is for.
That sounds bad.
What sounds bad?
There's rowboats coming towards our ship.
Why would anybody row a boat out here? That's completely ridiculous.
Seems like something the captain should know.
Well, judging by the alarm, I think he does know.
Well, I'm gonna head toward the captain's, like toward the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you call it on this kind of ship? I don't know.
Main deck, maybe.
The main deck.
Yeah, because that would lead up to. Yeah.
I think.
I don't remember exactly.
Isn't there like captain's quarters usually somewhere located in the like aft
Oh,
castle?
if you're going to the captain's quarters, then it's a different
Isn't that a
location.
thing? Because of the forecastle and the
I'm
aft
going to
castle?
get my journal.
The captain's quarters is where I was headed.
Okay. Then yeah, that would be behind the sitting room under the dining area. That's where I'm going to put that.
Okay.
Did anyone else leave the room?
I peeked my head out. I don't think I'm gonna go anywhere because I feel like they probably want us to stay put.
Minnie's gonna run back in her room.
Passengers.
I'm not sure if I see other people. I feel like if I would see other people getting out, I would also come out, but I'm probably also like looking out the window.
Cass will just kind of
Yeah, if you're looking at the window,
push the door mostly closed, not all the way. And then just sort of,
I also don't remember my
get
number.
out the sword chain.
15.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, so you would also see the.
I'd bring out the violin, but I don't really have anything to do with it.
I don't know.
How are the rooms set up? Are we all like? In
I assume
a row,
there's
or
like
is
4
it
in a
like-
row. On either
Yeah,
side
yeah.
of the hallway.
Right now it's 4 on both
Okay.
sides, so yeah, you'd see.
I feel like if I didn't see anyone else coming out, I would also just like hang tight and I don't know, be nervous. Like what's going on?
I peek my head out and just quietly judge
Yes.
your actions.
Yeah. So far,
Upper class,
it-
all
it's
we
just-
do is judge people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minnie's gonna go back in, and it's gonna take her a little bit longer because she has to like take all the curlers out of her hair, and then go upstairs
Okay.
with like Jip and her journal, and she's ready.
Okay. Are you doing anything?
I'll probably follow along after him. You know, white dressing gown, bare feet, long stocking cap, and velvet like robe
Okay.
with like an evening pocket square.
Sleeping square.
They make the dress pockets in the pajamas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do have my pink fuzzy slippers.
All right. So the three, or the two of you heading towards the captain's quarter. If you guys are traveling together, then.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, you're not going anywhere. You just
No.
popped out and said,
I popped out and was like, oh, dreadful thing going on. That's okay, we'll close the door.
"All right, fair enough." All right. So you're heading towards the captain's quarter.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah,
And you were like a second behind him. Okay.
yeah.
And then you're a little bit farther behind.
Like 5 minutes behind
Yeah.
them.
Okay. So you guys are heading towards the captain's quarters. it seems like crew are running around it a little bit. You do see a couple of them carrying swords now, which they didn't have before. And as they're running past, they kind of just like, and just continue on, and they run up to the main deck. At least that's where it looks like they're running towards. As you guys make your way back towards the captain's quarters. When you go towards the captain's quarters, do you knock or do you go in?
Is the door open?
The door is not open.
I knock hardly on the door.
There is no answer.
Then I attempt to open the door.
He's probably on deck now. I wouldn't go into the men's quarters. That seems rather rude.
As he's turning the handle, like...
Is it open?
I mean, yeah, it's open.
Alright, open it and look in. I'm sorry.
Now you're implicated in his rudeness.
A lantern is on, and it looks like the actual like bedroom door is ajar with like some lanterns on, and it looks like he left in kind of a hurry. Like some things are thrown about, like some clothes and stuff like that.
Well, then I shut the door and... You're right, quite rude. Let's not do that. I shut the door and we should go upstairs.
Okay. So as you guys are heading back towards the stairs to go up, you actually run into Minnie, who's just coming out of her room pretty much.
She's gripping a barking dog and her journal. What's going on? Is it pirates?
We're not sure, but there's boats coming toward us and people are running around with swords. So we're going up to the main deck
Well, I hope
to
they
check it
don't
out.
hurt anybody with them.
But are you in the hallway with all the cabins, or are you just one?
They are
Is that
past
about
that a
where-
little bit,
Okay.
so you might be able to hear them if you're listening.
Well, definitely listening, and then
Yeah,
the door
just-
slightly
we're all
open.
listening.
Just kind of poke your head out, like,
What's going on?
are you sure you want to be above decks if everyone's going to be swinging swords around?
Absolutely. That's where you're supposed to be.
Do you have a
Gotta
sword?
fight the good fight.
And what if your own crewmates stab you? They don't recognize you.
Well, I'm sure they're quite good at their jobs.
Exactly.
They can highly recommend it.
They-
They're good at their jobs.
He's just the old school Yelp right here. That's who he is.
Are you?
Sure they don't
Well, come
need
on,
us.
we have to go before we miss the action. This is... Well, it'll be frightfully exciting either way.
I hope you're all armed out there.
I have 2 arms. And Chip.
no.
Oh no.
It'll be totally fine. I will.
We'll run away if it gets too scary, Chip.
Cass will off the stocking cap and walk out dourly into the hallway and up toward the rest of the cabins. Walking with a cane.
I stare wide-eyed in disbelief.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So who else? Everyone but you, or you two?
Did you go?
I thought about it, but it's like I don't want to. I'm not armed. I don't have like pirates. Okay, I'm locking my door.
It's like Sam Elliott in We Were Soldiers. You know, figure by the time all the fighting starts, there'll be enough guns laying around.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 4 of you start making your way up the stairs to the main deck. Almost like walking from one plane of existence to another. It's quiet below deck, but as soon as you poke your heads up, there's shouting, there's slashing of swords, and
That's quite good construction, I seriously.
and
Highly recommended, don't you know?
you see the captain dual wielding giant broadswords, fighting off 3 different guys, basically right in front of you, and
Somebody should get the bus boy.
No one else knows what you're talking about out there. But,
Completely incredulous.
but as soon as you guys pop up, he kind of just like pauses for half a second.
Oh, no.
Looks down like, what?
How close actually are we?
Probably 10 feet from him.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
When you said right in front of you, I thought like we were I was gonna see if I could just like grab one of their legs with the trunk. But 10 feet would be a bit
Yeah,
far.
they're about 10 feet from you.
Question of fight.
Who are they fighting?
It looks like people clad in black, like black.
Oh no. Ninjas.
just like black leather armor.
Ninja pirates.
They're holding classic cutlasses, and some of them are holding daggers.
They are pirates.
All I can think of is the one scene from Darkness Rising.
Yes.
When it's the ninjas delivering the pizza. Pirates, whatever.
Perfect.
So the captain, he looks down almost in disbelief as you guys pop your heads up from the stairwell, and at that moment he actually gets slashed in the leg because he got distracted.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
So did I. That's why I stayed downstairs.
Without faltering, though, he quickly slashes around and takes out the 3 guys surrounding him and starts basically walking up to you guys. Do you have any reactions to this?
She probably screamed.
So we don't have like necessarily stuff. But I don't know, what can I have? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I assume that you have like a jeweler's kit on you. So you would have probably like a small jeweler's knife-ish kind of thing. Some wire tools for molding the actual jewelry itself. Not sure if you took anything because you guys traveled through the area where you guys are from, like that area. It's relatively safe. The government does a good job at that, at least, or the governing parties. So you don't really need protection unless you're an adventurer.
You probably have tiny wire cutters and tiny needle nose pliers.
no, what I mean is like, I make things. I make jewelry and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
the concept is that I make things that can eventually be magical and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Am I able to have anything like that already? Or no?
Not yet, I would say.
Okay.
I would say that you're learning the craft and you're going out to learn how to make it magical. So you already know the craft of how to make jewelry. You just are it's kind of a journey of self-discovery, I would say, of making it magical.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say you have like magical properties to the stuff, but you have the stuff.
Okay.
How far away are the other fighting people?
Just scattered about the ship, so the closest one's probably 15, 20 feet.
Is there a sword on the ground?
10 feet from you.
Well, there's 3 of them now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite a wound. And I'm going
Give him
to
the pocket square.
walk toward and try to pick up one of the swords. Let us help you.
Do you also know how to use that?
Absolutely. Everyone knows how to use one.
Uh-oh.
So did you just walk right past the captain
Mentally, I
as he's
just
walking
went through.
like,
Of course I
towards
do.
you?
The pointy end goes into
The other man, right. Yes.
So are you walking past the captain as he's walking towards you?
I guess so.
Even more distantly, he's like, "What is happening?"
What is happening?
Alarms went off, and we actually came looking for you to answer that very question.
We're being attacked.
clearly, that wasn't a situation
What
we
do
were
they
aware
want?
of downstairs.
They're pirates. They're robbing us.
Well, he has a sword. How many swords are on the?
Well, there were 3 guys. He just took out 3. So there's
There's 3 swords. Well, I
Are you
suppose we
there?
will arm ourselves.
Yeah. There.
You don't have a sword then, I guess.
Well, no.
does.
I brought a sword cane. I have not drawn it yet.
Nobody knows, but he does.
Yes.
Well, bring one of them back for me.
All right, I pick up 2.
Dog in one hand, journal in the other. Where are you going to put the sword?
I'll figure that out
So,
later.
all of you roll a perception for me real quick.
So just, it probably won't matter.
9.
I'm going to
15.
fetch myself.
19.
That so far is my best perception roll this entire game.
Nice.
But 5.
Alright, so, you two, again, you're aware as you're grabbing these swords, the captain is just swinging around you as pirates are dropping around you. So he's like,
Right.
I mean, I can't stop you, you're part of my ship, but like, please go back to your cabins.
We'll look after the below decks area, shall we?
This is very C-3PO statement.
All right, well, I take the swords and retreat to guard the stairs.
Okay. Well, I follow him because he brought the sword. Do you think we'll have to defend ourselves?
Well, here's a sword just in case.
If it comes to it, it won't matter.
That's a horrible thing to say.
Sorry.
It's quite grim, isn't it?
They have to go through so many to
Well,
get
you
to us.
you stay right here, Jip. Stay right here. Stay.
Actually, yeah.
Parenthetically to
Roll,
himself.
a
I'm just
nature
gonna fly away.
Roll nature. No. Jip does not care what I say.
Yeah, Jip doesn't care what you said. He starts running off, yeah.
Which direction? Up the
Up the
stairs?
stairs. Oh, yeah, up the stairs.
I will grab the sword and chase the dog.
Where's your journal?
Another hand. I had to put the dog
Oh, you
down.
have 2 hands now.
I only have
Okay.
2 hands.
So as you're running, I'm just gonna try Jip, and nah, it doesn't work.
He's a
I
very poorly trained dog.
rolled a 3. I probably have negatives to nature too. So
We're chasing after the innocent girl now.
Can we scoop? Can I try to scoop the dog up before it gets too far?
yeah, negative. All right, I got 2.
Yeah.
What
do
is
disadvantage
nature
for me,
roll on?
Roll a nature on disadvantage.
Is that a wisdom thing? Oh, it is.
There is
There's nature.
there is nature,
Oh.
Okay.
and it is wisdom.
Natural 19 followed by a natural 20.
Alright. So yeah, you scoop up the dog probably 5 feet out of the stairwell. You had to take only 1 step and you just grab that dog.
I am not doing this.
So as you scoop up the dog, roll perception for me.
Okay. 7. I knew it. I knew the dice were going to run out.
The
So
dice are here for the dog.
I had too many good rolls today.
as you scoop up the dog, you hear a loud clang right above you as you're like leaning down and picking up the dog. Everyone else sees Saint in full plate mail just like appear. And so he says, quite a dog you have there. Seems to like trouble.
Well, thank you very. I still have a. Could you hold him for me? Saint, Mr. Not you, Saint. Mr. Saint. You seem busy. There are pirates, and apparently we're guarding below decks. And
Yes, let's do that from.
Jip was taking it very seriously,
Further
but maybe
down.
we shouldn't, Jip. Maybe we should take him back to my room.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
As Saint continues and basically starts fighting the pirates as well, wielding a shield and an axe.
That's impressive.
You can never fully escape racial stereotypes.
I should get myself a shield.
That's a very nice shield.
Just carrying on chit chat.
So this is all like below
This is all
deck.
us like
So
hiding
this is
on
like
the stairs.
on the stairs, like within 5 feet
So
of the
we
stairs.
can all like hear.
So we can hear.
Very
We
well.
can't see what's going on.
It
We
has
can
full
hear.
plate mail.
You
and has
can't
a
hear the
shield
fighting,
and
I
a-
but
hope
like
he doesn't
you hear
trip and
talking,
fall.
like you can hear whispers.
Attack.
They're far away, you hear whispers
Yeah.
if you're really listening.
Okay.
Oh, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With sewing scissors in hand.
I hope Mr. Bernard doesn't fall over the side of the ship. He'll go right to the bottom of the ocean.
It would be very difficult to swim in that kind of armor. I wonder if he practices. With armor. I mean, if you were going to be on a ship and you wore that kind of armor, wouldn't it be a good idea to practice?
Yeah, I've been like peeking out the whole
Yeah, we're both like looking at each other.
Like,
Good idea.
Just so.
Are they okay?
Do you think?
I might have gone back
Oh,
into
that's
my
such a
room
bad
now and
idea.
come back out with a dram of whiskey.
Where sensible things happen so far tonight.
I was wondering, maybe if we like threw a candle down, we could light one of their ships on fire. And they
We're
might
in
go.
a giant wooden ship. That seems like a bad place.
Well, no, not our ship. Their ship. No, no.
Why would we want to do that?
I don't know. Maybe they'd go out to like put it out or something.
The captain seemed overly competent. Let's let the man do his job.
But if we light their ship on fire, that gives them more reason to stay on this one.
Yes.
That is a point.
If it's not on fire, then the captain just might scare them off enough that they just flee away.
The captain does seem quite competent. Maybe we should let him do his job.
As you guys see that, he takes down like 3 more guys.
I see now why he's so highly recommended, isn't he?
I don't know what I'm going to put in my letter to my parents.
Is it going to be the same thing you put in your article? Because this seems like fantastic writing for article, but...
Oh no, very different things. Very, very different
Are
things.
your parents planning on reading your column?
nah, she hasn't thought about it.
Minnie has an entire internal crisis about her career plans, her family plans, her plans for her entire life. Just complete meltdown.
Slumps onto the stairs.
There might be tears.
For the record, we've made it a whole hour and 20 minutes.
I offer you a pocket square.
Dab, dab.
You have a little bit of the Victorian sensibilities running through this. We're not offering the woman the whiskey. We just have a handkerchief.
Minnie shouldn't drink.
Probably
She'd
no.
fall right off the edge.
From inside.
Paulus is fairly certain if he gives
Yes.
her whiskey, she will attempt to charge up there and take the pirates on by herself.
There doesn't seem to be many inhibitions left. To
Giving her liquid courage seems like a bad plan.
So after just a few more moments of battle, it slows down to almost a lull, and the pirates start retreating. When they start retreating, the remaining crew throws the bodies overboard, basically to clear the deck as soon as possible. And
Gruesome.
it seems like it's second nature to them at this point. There aren't many bodies of crew, but the bodies of the crew are taken below deck via the crew stairs.
So we don't have to move.
Yeah, you don't have to move.
And better yet, we don't have to look at them.
Nobody wants to see the dead servants.
Those poor souls.
I'm fairly certain, given the current state of things, though, that the captain might be considering maybe the guest quarters needs a hatch.
So after a moment, the
Look, if he doesn't want us coming up, he needs to have that in the orientation coming on the boat.
the captain, you hear the captain's voice behind you at the bottom of the stairs. He's like, "Would you all return to your rooms, please?"
Yeah, yes, quite.
Absolutely.
You did very well. Is this how common is this pirate attack? Do you have a lot of pirates in this area?
The seas are very treacherous, whether it be pirates or servants or a number of things. Really.
Did you say servants or serpents?
Serpents.
Serpents. I was wondering. Servants.
The servants
I thought that was a little bit off.
the sea
Yeah.
serpents.
That's what I heard too.
There's a random giant butler waiting for this.
How may I serve?
Well, thank you for your service, and thank your crew. They did very well, and we are very grateful to have a captain and crew like yours. Thank you very much. And if there's anything we can do in the future, we are here.
On
When he
your,
nods and dabs at her face.
on your way past him, he holds out his hand and says, "May I?" Gesturing towards the sword that you're still holding.
I guess so.
And he takes it from you, examines it, and he says, "Would you like to learn?"
Of course. Sounds like traveling the world is a job best for people who know how to use a sword.
Then he just holds the sword out, and a crewmate comes by, takes it, and he says, "I'll have it sharpened."
Well, thank you.
Shouldn't you learn the dull one first? Grab a stick.
And then he says a little bit louder, "If anyone wants to learn how to fight, I mean, it would be useful. Especially on these adventures. We come highly recommended. Not only for our...
We offer classes on weekdays.
We have over 4,000 A+ reviews.
we come highly recommended not only for our cuisine, but for our adventures and the learning opportunities that they have."
Yeah, I'm just realizing that instead of like a Bahamas cruise, we have in effect signed up for the medieval training camp equivalent of a semester at sea.
Yeah. I was thinking that as well.
This is the problem when you only look at the stars in the review and don't actually read the description of the trip you're going on.
They're like, it was wonderful because I wanted all of this. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Those are all the things I hate.
Seeing places. And
The killing pirates. Well, yes, that sounds like a grand adventure.
We should be reaching our first destination in about a week.
Okay.
In the meantime, if you'd so like, I could have the crew or myself train you, depending on what you need.
That might be more fun than just sitting around.
indeed. So he's drinking, huh?
Well, drinking is always a good time too. But, yes, I would be happy to discuss this more tomorrow.
At breakfast, we'll talk about it. In the meantime, get some rest. You've had an exciting day.
Thank you.
Minnie will tuck
Good night.
the journal under her arm and take Jip back and be like, "Thank you so much for grabbing him." And
Well,
he's
we
very
couldn't have you
brave.
running out onto the deck now, could we?
He's a very brave dog, but I don't think he realizes just quite what his size is.
Yes.
And she'll go back to her room and with her sword because nobody took it and have a good cry.
I'm assuming you all make it back to your rooms. You two just stayed in your rooms the entire time.
We like. I mean,
Yeah.
I peeked out.
Peeked out, yeah.
Was
Yeah.
everyone okay? And
I think at once you could kind of hear that the captain was talking, I might have taken a few steps out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
listen better.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I didn't go join the group or anything,
Okay.
but I heard that part of the conversation.
So we will fast forward the night and we'll start up here going to breakfast. At breakfast,
Well, just real quick. It's like
Oh yeah, it's 10 till 11.
10 till. Do we,
Yeah,
is this a stopping point? Or
yeah,
is this-
we're getting this on for you. Yeah. I'm not actually doing a training month.
I wasn't sure like how yeah. So
Yeah.
you were chunking. Then we're good.
Yeah. So you guys meet up at breakfast. Saint Bernard is not there, but
I hope it didn't sink.
That's true. Did we see him come back downstairs?
Yeah, did he come back
you did
downstairs?
not see him come back downstairs.
How is Saint Bernard this morning? I ask one of the waiters.
Saint Bernard was with the crew all night.
Is he hurt from last night? I saw he was gallantly fighting.
Oh no, he was perfectly all right.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Must just be tired. I mean, it looked like a lot of work, especially with all that armor he had on. Must be difficult.
Well, he is also a holy man, so
Yeah.
he took care of the crew. And the crew member continued on with their job. Thurl is there, looking exhausted as always.
You're alright, young man.
I'm sorry?
You're alright, young man. We're several days in. I would have expected you to catch up on your sleep by now.
My work is never done.
But what is the point of a vacation if you can't leave some of your work aside?
It's time sensitive.
So burning the midnight oil then.
Midnight, noon, midnight again.
I catch you on meeting. I know you're very tired, but there's no reason to burn oil at noon.
What are you working on?
I'm glad you asked. Actually, I've been working on some new alchemical agents.
On a ship.
Yeah, I gotta keep constant eye on it. As he looks back towards where the cabins would be. He's like, probably shouldn't be eating. Should probably go look at it again.
You could always take the food with you.
No, it's probably good for me to get out of fumes.
Fumes, you say.
Well, what sort of chemical components are you making?
Potions, poisons, daily
Yeah, it's
use.
probably best you don't take
At
the
the
food
same
back.
time,
Sometimes.
you should probably get some more sleep so you don't confuse the two.
It's fine.
Why is it so important?
It's my job.
It's my job.
Well, we all have jobs.
Yeah, we can still sleep. You can still sleep and do your
I'd
job.
like to have a job.
Really, but
Let's not go too far. Job thing.
Am I the only one with a real job?
Of the real?
job.
Yeah.
I
Performing
guess.
isn't really.
Yeah, you two have
Yes.
and you. I know you.
You're vaguely Spanish.
You enjoy sewing. I don't know if it's a hobby or it's something you get paid for. Just a hobby.
And now I realize the massive missed opportunity, since no one played any kind of equine character that had a lot of pastime activities that they enjoyed. So that would be a hobby horse.
Throw him overboard.
So the ship just opens up, actually.
Just forward. That way you can't fly it back.
It grows you a stick
Don't
and
do
then hits you
that.
with an
The
angle
horse
traction.
I'll just come back as Pun Raccoon.
So after this exciting conversation with Thurl, the captain gets everyone's attention, and I would just like to apologize for the disruption of your sleep last night.
Oh, could be helped.
Yes.
I do appreciate an alarm if we're being attacked.
I should have gone over the procedures a little bit better. It is best if you don't leave your room, but if you do wish to participate next time, I believe training would be necessary.
More than reasonable.
How often does it happen?
Pirates, they've been getting a little bit more courageous. Creatures of the sea, depends on the day. If the moon shines bright, if it's not, depends on the creature. But if you would like to learn to defend yourselves, or to defend your friends, we
He
are willing.
directs that directly at the dog.
We are willing to teach and serve.
Well, that sounds like a mighty fine idea.
That sounds quite important. I'll try to teach Chip to fetch the sword, but it's too big for him.
That explains those noises in the middle of the night.
He made a valiant
Clank,
effort.
brag,
at
drag,
it, though. Clank, clank. No, not that.
We will have time to discuss on what you want to do, if you want to do it. We have all manners of teachers here,
Very well.
but we should be reaching our next destination within a week.
Within a week.
Wonderful.
Gosh.
It might be best if you can defend yourself.
Oh,
First
what is the destination?
Pirate Island.
It's an intriguing place. It is covered in darkness at all points of time, really.
That's a bit bleak.
But it's an exciting adventure. I don't want to spoil it too.
Well, that is the point of this ship, right?
Adventure.
New adventures, discovery, and excitement.
And
And brandy.
And Brandon.
And let's not forget the story that we make with our friends.
Yes.
Well, okay then.
Do you think the captain is also writing a story?
No, I haven't asked. I will ask him.
He's very interested in telling a good story, it seems.
Maybe he. Okay.
I feel like there was a little bit of touching the fourth wall there.
Touching the fourth wall. I feel
Leaning.
To
granted.
be fair, you said it twice.
I mean,
so
yes. That's because she mentioned, doing this good story.
Granted, after she said that, I was like, wow, it would be like the evil version of Darkness Rising, where he goes out, actually finds people to take through these adventures because he's trying to figure out how to finish his book. And they just keep dying. And he just goes back and finds
Stop dying.
He writes the reviews on their accounts. Like,
Yeah, he just tacks into their accounts and writes reviews.
We
for
had a
them.
great time. We made so many friends. 5 stars.
who would
Great
adventure
chef.
again?
Oh gosh. Another TPK. Dang it, almost had that chapter finished.
On to the next group.
Alright.
Oh my. Without spoiling too much.
Champ.
Your first
Give
adventure
him some more bacon.
might give you a fright. And then we'll cut it there.
Okay.
Cool.
And yeah, with that, we will close session 1 of Voyage of the Sea Cucumber.